Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We're going to start off today's episode just by having a quick look at the upcoming fixtures to close out January, where we have the Coppa Italia last 16 against Hellas Verona before an away trip to Sampdoria. In February, you can see our fixtures here, which include a big clash against Inter Milan. That's going to be a big one for top four and possibly for the title, although I do think we have an outside shot at that. Before we get into this first game against Hellas Verona in the Coppa Italia, we have had an offer for Gonzalo VR. Let's ask for 11. 10. Do you know what? Just have him for 10.1. I'm obviously asking for too much because everyone keeps walking away from it. Right then, guys, here is our lineup. We made a couple of changes, obviously being the cup. That is not correct. Moretti is not playing at centre back. Not quite sure what's gone on there. It's Spinazzola at left wing back. Moretti playing in midfield. Martins makes his debut up top, so interested to see how he gets on. Hellas Verona lining up with the 3-4-2-1. We generally do better against three at the back formation teams. So obviously, with this being one of the competitions that we are still yet to win, hoping to get through to the last 8 pretty comfortably. Let's go out there and do it. We've started pretty bright here. Here's Moretti. Now El Shaarawy goes for it. It's a good save by the keeper. We've had a good opening 10 minutes here. Let's see if we can get a goal. Corner comes in. Martins is up, and it didn't take long. We are such a threat from corners now. Well, if you've been watching my Saving Elche series, you'll know that we were very good at corners on that save. Keeper probably should have done better. And that save, we had a 3 at the back formation as well, and the centre backs were fantastic. But on this occasion, it's the new man, Martins. It's a good ball. Drilled in, not dealt with, and it's 1-1. First time they've been forward. We have been the better side, but it's Simeone who equalises for Hellas Verona. Not the best of positioning by Carnesecchi. It was fizzed in with a lot of pace, not dealt with. Keeper sort of comes for it, then heads back, and just gets stuck in no man's land. Thought he could have come and claimed it, but Simeone heads home, and it's 1-1. Oh, Smalling doesn't get there. Got a man over. It's Caprari. He's in again, and he smacks the crossbar. Still not clear. Whipped in again, and Carnesecchi claims this time. Good chance that for the away side. Here's Nonto. Great pace. Finds Martins. Now Nonto. Into El Shaarawy, and just like that, we go up the other end and score. Fantastic counter-attack, and just before the break, we restore our lead. Stefan El Shaarawy just been granted a new 1-year contract extension at the club. And in his first game since that deal, he's bagged a goal. Good to see. Martins, see you later. Might fancy a go here. Does. Oh, what a finish from Martins. He's been fantastic today. Picks up the ball from the throw-in. Absolutely sends his man for a hot dog and then fancied a go. Picked out the top corner. And it's a brace on his debut for the Belgian. That's a great strike. 3-1. Hopefully now we can see it out. There it is, guys. That'll do it. We will be in the hat for the last 8 of the Coppa Italia. Game that we expected to win. We're able to give some fringe players some game time as well. I hope that the rest of the games will be played on the Thursday, so hopefully we'll see the draw after this one. So guys, here are the results from the last 16. As expected, all of the teams that, well, I thought would get through did. So it'll be interesting to see who everyone gets in the final 8, because there's not really any easy ties there. So interestingly enough, we've just had an offer for Montes from Milan, which we're going to reject. I don't really want to strengthen a team that are going to be competing with us in the same league. Let's have a look at the draw. It should have already been made for the Coppa Italia, where we will face Milan away. That is tough. I'd say them and Juve were the ones I wanted to avoid. It's going to be a tough game away at the San Siro. Right then, guys, with Sampdoria sitting in 17th place, I'm actually going to sim this game in the league. Should be a comfortable win, even away from home. Chance here, Pellegrini, Destiny, great goal. Worked over to Destiny on the left, and he just had so much time. Tucks it home, and we lead 1-0. Oh, that's a fantastic goal. Sorry I wasn't commentating on that. But Martins in the team again after that exquisite performance in the Coppa Italia. Rounds off a lovely team goal. This front three could be disgustingly good. Pulled across and it's a goal back. Dieng for Sampdoria. Maybe it's not over just yet. Chance again. Oh, fantastic save, Patricio. 2-1 victory wasn't easy. That save at the end by Patricio was massive. Right, here we are then on deadline day. Looks as if Dusan Vlahovic could be on his way to Bayern Munich, which would be huge for us. Significantly weakening Juventus. They've also already lost Weston McKennie to Leipzig, as you can see in the top right hand corner. So Juve could be getting significantly weakened in this January transfer window. Transfer offer from Spurs for Roger Ibanez. That is going to be rejected. No chance he's going anywhere. Not sure if we're going to bring anyone in on deadline day. I might have a look to see if I can get anyone. Well, Gonzalo Villar has officially left to join Benfica. Could be the only bit of business that we do on deadline day, but he's barely featured at all. Transfer for El Shaarawy will be rejected, but he's hardly featured this season, so there's no point having him sat there. We may as well get the cash for him if he's not going to feature, and I'm not sure he's actually good enough for us. So guys, I think I would like to bring in a centre back just as a little bit more cover, as we're losing Smalling. And Thiago Silva's getting on a bit. I think I'm going to look to move on Montes and Kumbula in the summer as well. So a couple of names on the short list. I'm tempted by Chiellini for just until the end of the season, but I think I'm going to steer clear for now and go for the younger player, which is Giorgio Scalvini. Definitely looks like he'd have to play in the middle of the defence, which is absolutely fine because we're losing Smalling and that's where he played. 6'4", pretty strong and physical, 20 years old, and I know that he's someone that grows quite well in career mode, so we're going to bring him in just literally as backup and covering centre back. Wow, so we went straight in with 6 million. They said 6 mil with a 2% sell-on clause, and that looks as if it's going to be a done deal. Thank you very much, Gasparini. We will take your young central defender, and he will just provide a little bit more cover for us at the back for such a cheap fee as well. Absolutely no harm in this one. Give him a pay rise to 30k, and we'll also give him a, oh, not 800 grand, Jesus Christ, 80 grand signing on bonus. I think he'll be happy with that, and he is. So Giorgio Scalvini joins for just £6 million from Atalanta. So then, guys, that will do it for transfer deadline day. Not a huge amount going on. Upamecano, the biggest deal, followed by Chukwueze to Inter and McKennie's deal from Juve to Leipzig. We've actually had an email from our chief exec saying that Sevilla have made an approach to Dusan Tadic. That's absolutely fine, especially with how well Martins has started since coming in this January window. But that will do it for us on deadline day as we advance through the final hour. Pretty happy with our January window. Scalvini brought in for a measly 6 million, and also Martins on a free. Right then, next up, first game of February is Empoli at home in the league. Must-win game to keep up the pressure on the boys above us. Does well to keep the ball now. It's Dybala through the gap to Tammy. Tammy Abraham finishes it. Fantastic strike, and it's completely against the run of play. But we have been on a good run of form, and our forward players are starting to score. Here comes Spinazzola down the left. Tammy. Loads of space out wide for Celik. Hangs it up. Zaniolo, fantastic goal on the counter. And that should do it with the 2-goal cushion. Dybala with the big switch. Celik nods it on and then just lofts it up into the danger area. And Zaniolo couldn't really miss. There it is. It's a 2-0 home victory for Roma. And again, I have a feeling that AC Milan may have dropped points. So maybe we aren't quite out of the title race just yet. Let's go and have a look. They didn't. They won it 3-2. AC Milan, and they are our next opponent in the Coppa Italia. So here is the full draw once again for the quarterfinals. Napoli against Lazio has already been played, and Lazio actually came out on top with a 3-1 victory. So it's Inter against Fiorentina, us against AC Milan, and Juventus against Atalanta. It's going to be very, very tight to see who gets through in our draw against Milan. Right then, guys, here we go. Huge game in the Coppa Italia. Quarterfinals. Chance to get into the semis, but we've got to be top of the league to get there. It's going to be tough. Let's see if we can do it. Forza Roma. Bala's on down the line here. It's got Martins in the middle. Gets a bit lucky, Dybala. Fancies a go. Saved by Mike in the AC Milan goal. First real half chance for either side, but we're coming forward again here. El Shaarawy opens up for him, hits it, and it's just wide. Couple of early chances from the edge of the box for Roma. Here we are then at the break. As you can see, not many chances. AC Milan with no efforts on goal yet. Us with just the 2 that we had from outside the box. This could be one of those games where one goal decides it. Couple of changes from both sides to see if anyone can influence the game here. Tammy Abraham's on for us. Looking to get involved early on. Dybala. I see Destiny at the back post. And he heads home to give us the lead. And I said it could be a game that's won it by a single goal. And Destiny scored the first one of the game. Brilliant from Tammy just coming off the bench. Dybala just gets enough on it to get it over Gabriel's head. And Destiny coming round the back fires it past Mike to give us a 1-goal lead. And we could be on our way to the semi-finals. Maybe one last chance for AC Milan to get back into this Coppa Italia affair. Ousmane Dembele, Marino. Ben Yedder gets away from Smalling. Pulled across, Ibanez gets there. And it'll be a corner. Little bit of a panic station at the back. Jordi Alba's coming on. The keeper's come up. Leao's ball in is a good one. Smalling, brilliant back there. And that might just do it. Martin sent down the right. Has the pace. Tammy, it's 2. And we are going to the semi-finals. Martins does well down the right. Fizzes it across and Tammy's just on the move. Fires it into the open net. And as I say, we will be in the semi-finals. So then Inter Milan and Juventus both won to join ourselves and Lazio in the semi-finals. Let's see who we will face in the Coppa Italia. It's the other side from Milan, Inter. They're 4th in the league at the moment. Juventus probably with the easiest tie there against Lazio, but they did well to knock out Napoli in the last round. So semi-finals against Inter, I believe it's a 2-legged affair, and indeed it is. So we'll have Inter Milan back-to-back at home in the league and then away in the cup, with the second leg falling actually in the middle of April. So we've got a long time to wait before that second leg, but back-to-back games against Inter in the next episode. That'll be interesting. So then, guys, next up in the league for us is 9th placed Fiorentina away from home. And not an easy game. But before we get into that, I actually just want to show you, if we go into the player stats, Wanted to have a quick look at the statistics so far. So Paulo Dybala, 17 goals in 23, one behind AC Milan's Wissam Ben Yedder. Tammy Abraham also in the top 15, 11 goals for him. Not been prolific, but he's been on good form recently. Dybala also joint top of the assists rankings as well with 10 goals. So 17 goals, 10 assists, sorry, not 10 goals, 10 assists. So he's having a fantastic season. We've also got Tadic in there with 5, Tammy also with 5, Volpato 5, El Shaarawy 4. So lots of players cropping up with assists, Pellegrini and Zaniolo as well. And Rui Patricio, actually, I am surprised to see that with the most clean sheets this season as well. 9 in total in 24. So everything's looking pretty good for us at the moment. Right then, here we go. Away trip to Fiorentina. Paulo Dybala actually misses this one. Well, he's on the bench, but struggling with a little bit of fitness issues for Paulo Dybala. So Martins comes in to lead the line with Tammy Abraham. And Volpato starts in the number 10. Volpato does well. Now Tammy. Through to Martins. Volpato. Pellegrini, great effort and a great save. Volpato. See Spinazzola. Spinazzola went to the near post. Didn't really have a lot on. Tried to catch the keeper out and he did well. Oh, I didn't want Martins on the corner. He's 6'3". Oh, it's worked anyway. What a fantastic header. It's Lorenzo, the captain. Should really have been the other way around. Pellegrini crossing to Martins, but do you know what? It works. Roy Hodgson had Harry Kane taking corners, so anything's possible. Player's gone down in the middle there. Nothing given by the ref. Great block by Cristante. Still not clear. And a great save by Patricio again. We've just taken our foot off it in the last 5 minutes or so. Here is Dybala. He's just come on. Can he have an instant impact? Oh, quite possibly. Pobega. Good strike. And a good save. We're just a much better team with Dybala in the lineup. Corner comes in. Good save by the keeper. Zaniolo off the bench. Now it is Paulo Dybala. Nonto. Zaniolo. Great build-up. Fantastic defending. Zaniolo. Can't get away from his man. But that'll do it. It's a 1-0 victory. And it is just about enough to get us the 3 points. Lovely sunny day here. And we will be smiling all the way home with those 3 points. Right then, guys. We'll end off the episode with a quick sim against 19th placed Torino. Should be a pretty comfortable one. We have got Inter Milan in a few days' time. So, going to ring a few changes. But as always, we'll bring you the goals when they go in. Chance goal. It's Tammy off the bench. Finally, we found the breakthrough. That'll do it, guys. It's a 1-0 victory. It wasn't particularly pretty, but we got the job done. Guys, after AC Milan and Juventus played out a 2-2 draw, we now cut the gap to the league leaders to just 3 points and now extend our lead to third place Juventus to 5 points. So maybe me saying we're out of the title race was a little bit pessimistic because we're only 3 points behind Milan now. 12 league games to go, so still a lot to play for. But guys, that will do it for today's episode. We've made it into a semi-final of the Coppa Italia and also closed the gap at the top of the league. We'll also have the Europa League draw soon, I would imagine, as well. So make sure you catch that in the next episode, which will be out very soon. That will do it for today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.